actually answered my next question, which was, are all meditations the same? And can you share with us an example? And you did that perfectly. So I'll just go to the next question.
We're in sync here, buddy. We're in sync. And I'll answer your next question. No.
Yeah. So what I find interesting about meditation and mindfulness and all this is that a lot of people respond to different things different ways. What does meditation do for you personally? And could everyone learn how to do it? Because I feel like it could be hard for some teenagers to get the negative, to get the negative loop or just the regular thoughts like out of their head, and are also just having a hard time just making time for it, like with homework and sports as a kid. So
for me, people talk about, I'll talk about two different things. Later, I want to talk about what it does for the creative part of the brain. But right now, we'll just talk about stress. Stress is actually, there's two components to stress. There's the outer demands and challenges and upsetting things that happen from outside. Your parents are fighting, or your parents get a divorce. There's a test there's an exam at school that you weren't ready for, or your girlfriend or boyfriend broke up with you, or there's bad news in the world. So there's something outside that's very demanding, hard. That's one part. But the other part, and we have no control over that often, the other part is, how do I respond to that? How do I respond to a text message from a friend that's really awful? It's a mean text message. Well, if I've slept well, if I'm feeling good about myself, and I get that text message, or I have that exam, or my brother did something stupid, and I go, whatever. But if I'm tired, if I'm stretched, if I'm feeling worn down and I get that text message, I get angry. And that's stress. And stress shuts down my thinking part of the brain. It's called the prefrontal cortex. It wakes up the part of the brain that's fight or flight. I get a stress response. It keeps me awake at night. I don't do well in school. I don't do well in sports. I get in fights with my friends. Bad news. But so now I'm going to answer your question. What meditation does for me is it gives me, like, in those choppy waves, it's like dropping an anchor. It's like I've got some inner stability. My parents are doing crazy stuff, or something's at school or whatever. Fine. I'm not getting lost to it. I'm not overreacting. I'm not a victim. I'm stronger than that. I handle that. And it keeps me calm inside, and it wakes up my brain so I can focus better. I can have better memory. I can do better in school. And that's a huge thing in this day and age. When so many kids have so much stress, we feel anxious all the time, can't sleep, we're on medication for anxiety, we're on medication for depression. Sometimes we have suicidal thoughts. All those things. We start trying to take drugs to get rid of the stress. All damaging. Meditation is a natural antidote that makes you feel happier inside.